Hey guys and girls, coming back with another video to help small business owners. Do you want to get some t-shirts and stuff for advertising, but you go to your local t-shirt making shop and all? If you're anything like me, they are selling shirts like this to me. The cheapest I could find was like 15 bucks or so. This is a Gildan light cotton large. The prices I'm gonna give you are for large and extra large, which I'm sure small, medium, and all that's the same price. But and these are estimated prices, you know, if you got shipping and yada yada yada. But I was like, I can't afford it. I cannot afford 15 to 20 bucks a shirt. You know, that's just way too much. So I got on there years ago and I went to FM Expressions and I ordered some stuff for a different business I got, and I made t-shirts, and they're cheap. And I thought about it after doing it because I really want like multicolor and all that kind of stuff, but I can't draw. I don't have time to design and stuff really, or anything like that. Really, I don't want to. I could probably have time because I make these videos and I could use it as doing it, but I don't like doing it, so I'm not going to do it. But I went on FM Expressions, and again, this is as of the date of me shooting it. And depending on your size and all, prices change, but this print right here, I think it's for like a 9x12 or something like that. It's like 15 cents a print if you get more than 75 prints. They charge you $25 for a setup fee also. So I can order, I can't remember if it's 75 or 100 of these prints for like 40 bucks. These shirts right here cost me like $2.60 a shirt. So, I mean, you can do the math on that. I mean, all right, it cost me, what, 40 cents or something? So, I got $3 in it, in this shirt. And, I mean, again, if you got shipping and all that, I order so much that they give me free shipping because I'll order $200 or whatever. But I'll give you the short of it, and I can't really remember the numbers exact now. But I think I was saying, yeah, I was gonna say like 100 shirts done like this would cost me 300 bucks. If I paid somebody to do it, well, I forgot, my bad. Let me go back on that because I put my logo on the front shirt pocket there also. And the reason why is we have different sayings on the back, and they don't always say Four Corners Processing and all. But we made these for employees and all. And that was another thing. But anyways, we're just going to go with $3. It may be $3.50, whatever. You know, it's not that big of a deal on that money. So 100 shirts is going to cost you $300 to get the shirts, get the prints and all that. That's from small to extra large. If you get 2XL, I think it's like $5.60 for the shirt, where these are $2.60. 3XL is like $7 or something. You know, so you're like $6 and $7 for a shirt plus your print or whatever. Yeah, that gets a little expensive, but it still isn't $17. All right, you take 100 shirts and them charge, look, we'll just go with $15. If they charge you $15 for 100 shirts, that's a 1,500 bucks. You can also, if you do these shirts, you're gonna need a heat press. I looked on Amazon. You can get these things for like $150 to $250. Now, we built the base. My mom did shirts from years ago. She did actual screen printing and all. But okay, so I do 100 shirts. Just say it was 100 shirts is all I did, all I'll ever do. Cost me $500 buying the heat press. Okay, we'll take in my labor. We'll take in the power if you want to. 600 bucks. $600 in my calculations is a lot cheaper than $1,500. Now, don't get me wrong. You may find somebody that'll do this for 10 bucks or something. All right, so you're $1,000. It's still cheaper to do it yourself. I mean, I don't know what to say. And this is like a screen print ink thing on it, and it works real good. It goes into the material and it sticks really well. Like I said, I've used these on a different business years ago, and they held up real well. They held up for I don't know, probably 10 years so far. And yes, this will peel off over time. You know, if you wash this thing 20, 30, 40, 50 times, it will start fading and peeling off, no doubt about it. But look into it if you got it. Things now are cheap. Hats, you can also get hats. We like the this ain't a Richardson trucking hat, but that's another reason. I told her I wanted a Richardson trucking hat, and she got an outdoor cap. This was years ago to do, so she would be cheaper. But I called around and asked about hats, and hats like that, they want 20 bucks. Well, you can take this same little emblem that's on the front here, make it 2.5 by 2.5 inches. They're going to charge you the same. They're going to charge you $25 setup fee and 15-20 cents or whatever for this emblem, you know. Now, you can get a gang sheet and it might be cheaper, I don't know, but I'd rather just have it like that. They already got cut out. I can put it on there. 40 bucks for 100 of these, I'll take it any day of the week. But anyways, you can take that and put it on a cap. I'll show you what they look like. You can put them on koozies. They look just like this right here. You can feel the texture. It's hard for it to come out. And all you do is you put a shirt down on it. I'm not going to actually put a shirt, but you put a shirt down on it, put that on it, or whatever you got, and put that on it, and you come and press it down for 10 seconds at like 360 degrees, I think is what it says, something like that. And it works real good. Now, I will tell you, anything hot, do not put it on your prints, because it'll stick to it. Like if this shirt's real hot, don't put it on there, or it'll come off and stick to it. But you can buy these koozies right here to give away. If you want like free advertising, buy these koozies on Amazon. You can get 50 of them for, they're like 50 cents a piece or something, you know. Buy you a couple hundred of them, have you an event, hand them out. That's what we're going to do. We're going to a big buck event, and we're making these. We're going to hand out a bunch of them. We're going to sell t-shirts. I got caps coming in, all that. And if you're all this Rotel and all, we got stuff. I went to Sam's, and we make a Rotel deer sausage. It's real good and all. Same way, we're having to stock up on toilet paper and, you know, everything else for the season. But rice, that's what that is. We make boudin, so we got good jasmine rice there to make it with. But anyways, off topic, look into doing it. I'm actually, I'll tell you the God's honest truth, I'm thinking about doing this as another business. I have like an enterprise business, so I can sell stuff, and it's a broad like retail type stuff and all, wholesale retail, because of doing my feeders and all. And I'm thinking about doing this, and let's say this shirt right here cost me $5 to do. I'm thinking about doing it for 10 bucks. And my stipulation on it is they supply the graphic. Like, you got to design your own thing, unless you just want me to put like on your shirt 4 corners processing and a phone number, you know, without that on it. Or if it's some simple graphic I can do, that would be fine. But now I would tell them, look, if we go back and forth, I'm gonna charge you 50 bucks for a graphic. You know, like, you can get 1 shirt done, or you can get 100 shirts done. I don't care. And it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna have a setup fee for every time they do it. so that, but in jest, I'm talking about doing large orders for businesses, like 100 shirts. Why not do 100 shirts and make $1,000? I can press probably one shirt every minute to 2 minutes. It doesn't take long. You're talking 10 seconds from once you put the press down. So I'm gonna say 1 minute would be hustling, 2 minutes would be easy. So 2.5 hours and you make $1,000. Well, you wouldn't make $1,000, but all right, you make what's that, like $500-600 or something, you know, if you take in your electricity and all that. And if I did it, I would probably pay somebody, one of my workers. I call them workers, but they're self-employed. I want you to understand that. Like, I don't have actual employees. I pay by the job for whatever they do, and I don't hustle them or nothing like that. I come in and I say, hey, I got 100 shirts to do. I'll pay you $1 a shirt. They say yes or no. If they say no, I do it myself. And, well, let me rephrase that. I come in and I say, I got 100 shirts to do. I need them done by Friday. We'll just say today's Wednesday. I need them done by Friday. Here's all the stuff. I'll give you $1 a shirt to do it. They're like, all right, I'll do it. Well, they get in here and they knock it out. Well, they made $100 in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever. That's good money. They're making $50 an hour. And then I'll pay them. I give them a $10.99. Is it sort of wrong by the tax people? I don't know, because I supply a heat press. But I'm not here saying you got to be here at 7 o'clock in the morning and all that. To me, it's sort of the same thing as me going to your house doing a job. And you may let me use your ladder or whatever to clean the gutters out, and you're paying me. To me, that's the same sort of deal. Like, I mean, it's not that we're doing stuff. And that's how I try to do everything. I supply specialty tools. You have to supply all of your regular tools. Like building feed troughs and all, they supply their tape measure, hammers, drills, whatever, you know, stuff like that. Now, I supply air compressors, electricity, and nail guns, the fasteners, you know, all that kind of stuff. They're supplying the manpower and any common thing, you know. But to me, that's right. That's as right as I can get. You know, that'd be like me coming to your house and drilling holes or washing your house and using your water, your electricity, or whatever to do it, you know, to me. But I'm thinking about doing that and doing just bulk orders for customers, because again, if somebody come in and said, hey, I want 10, 15 shirts, just say 10 shirts. Well, it's $25 for them to do a setup. Then you're at like 20 cents a print plus the shirts and everything else. It's not really worth doing. If I do it, I'm gonna have probably like a 50 shirt minimum. And again, if they want multicolors or whatever, we're gonna do it and we're gonna send it. And you can do multicolors also on these screen prints, but they cost more. I think they're like, I did it and just put like this in and did multicolor just as an experiment, and 100 prints was like $250. So you're like $250 a shirt to get screen print done in multicolor. That's like, you take that right there and put it on this shirt and they'll charge you $250 to have it put on there. To me, that's not bad. All right, you would just say $250 in the shirt, $250 for the print. You're at $5, you know. And then you charge another. It costs you $1 to have somebody to put the print on there. Crap. I mean, you got $6 in, you're making $4. Which, if I did multicolor, I'd probably charge $11 or $12 because of it costing more. You know, I try to keep about a $5 profit, is what I'm saying. But I mean, if you got a $5 profit and you do 100 of them a week, or 1,000 a week or something, or a month, all right, you do 100 a month, that's $500 profit. And if I was just doing 100 a month, I would probably just print them myself, do everything, wouldn't hire nobody, unless I didn't have time, you know. If I started doing 1,000 a month, I'd probably for sure have my help do it. But, you know, I don't know. It's a thing for somebody to see. And I know that I'm going to get flack from t-shirt owners, shirt shop owners or whatever for doing this. But, man, you know, 3 times the price is gouging to me. And I understand if you charge 17, 20 bucks or whatever, and somebody's getting 10 or 15, 20 shirts. But I can't afford it. Like, I bought 25 or 30 shirts from a girl. They're good shirts, don't get me wrong. And she charged, it was like $300 and something for that many shirts, you know. And I mean, I was happy with it. Don't get me wrong, 100% I was happy. But I can't afford that. Like, I mean, I'm wanting to do hundreds of shirts. And to me, I paid for the design. I'm going to take the design, I'm going to go back to this website, I'm going to see about printing them off and putting them on my own shirt. You know, that's how I look at it. So, it is what it is. But anyways, I'm not saying do that. You might have to look in what you do from somebody else, but you can pay somebody, say, and that's what I was going to do. If they're like, hey, I want you to draw a graphic, I'm going to be like, you write down, email me what you want in a graphic, and I'm going to send it to a graphic designer and let them design it. And whatever they charge me, I'm going to charge you, you know. Like, I'm sure they'd be like 50 bucks or 100 bucks or whatever. I'm like, that's in your price. Like, if I send it to a graphic designer, you have to prepay me for that, for my time, you know. But that's just the cost of doing business. And if they do it, they'll probably be doing hundreds of shirts. But anyways, I hope this helps out any small business. And you know, you can do 100 shirts for 500, 600 bucks. That's cheap advertising. If you got, like me, a sawmill, I'm going to print up a bunch of these, and every sawmill job I go to, I'm going to give them a shirt. You know, if I go and they do it, somebody comes buys $500, $1,000 worth of wood, feeders, whatever, they're getting a shirt. You know, that's what I'm going to do. Same way with deer processing. You come in here and you spend 500 bucks with me or something, I'm going to give you a shirt. It's free advertising. You know, what's $5 to me if you spent 500, you know? Think about that. And then everybody's walking around with shirts and all. But do good work, do that, and you'll have plenty. And I'm wanting to grow my business bigger and bigger. That's why I'm doing this. But anyways, we'll see you on the next video. Hope y'all like this.